God. Ask Scott.
Hey Scott, this is Ken from Texas. I wanted to thank you for all that you do for the podcast and everything. It's so much great information. And my question involves colors. If I offer a product that can be in different colors, like a coffee mug, and I want to do a coffee mug in black, and then I want to do a coffee mug in yellow and green and pink, such and such, how would you go about choosing what colors to offer? I can't offer all the colors because that would be too much inventory at this point, so I just want to offer like 2 or 3 colors. So I'm trying to decide which ones to choose. Any advice on that? Thanks a lot.
Hey, Ken, thank you so much for the question. And this is a good question too. And I've answered it before, but I'm going to answer it again right now because it does come up quite often. And if it doesn't come up in your mind, it should, because a lot of people will say, I think that I want to launch this product in 5 different colors. It would just be kind of cool to offer 5 different colors. I get 5 different SKUs. I have 5 different variations. That's really cool, right? But the problem is you may find, and you will find, that you're going to have dominant colors that people are buying within this product. So one way that you can kind of look and see from other people that are already selling is to do a keyword search for that product. So let's just say the garlic press again, right? Let's just say that we type in stainless steel garlic press. And let's say, for example, we see that the results that come up on the one that we're looking at that we're going to, compete with, or the 3 or whatever. And we see that there's this red one that's coming up all the time, right? There's this red one that's coming up. So now I click on that red one, and inside they have 5 different colors that they offer. They offer yellow, blue, silver, black, whatever, right? And if that red one is showing up, that's usually the one that's selling the most, okay? Because Amazon wants to put the one that's selling the most on the front end, right? They want you to see what people are already buying because it's already been proven to sell, all right? So that's what you would want to do. You can also, in Jungle Scout, it'll also show you the variations of the sales, how it's being broken down, okay? Now, again, Jungle Scout is a tool. It goes, it does some really cool stuff in the back end. It kind of does projections, and it does, history, and it kind of rolls that all up into their own little algorithm and kind of like their data points. But it's pretty close, but you can get an idea, right? You're going to usually see 1 or 2 colors is going to dominate, and then the rest are just kind of extras that you could pick up some sales. And I'm not saying that you wouldn't want to pick up these sales, because you would, because you've already done all the hard work, right? You've done all the hard work of finding the supplier, getting the product made, manufactured, you have it shipped, you have your listing created, you have all that stuff. When you add a color to the variation or variation to the mix, it makes it a lot easier now because you're giving more choices, which is great. And now you can kind of cast that web a little bit, or that net a little bit wider, right? Because now you're offering more choices. And then someone that didn't want the black and they're like, I really want a red one. Well, now they have the choice to get a red one. All right. Now you picked up that sale that you might have lost, right? But in the beginning, we want to cut down on the expense, and we want to also cut down on the risk, right? So I wouldn't guess. I would go and look and see what is already selling. And then I would take, 1 or 2 of those colors and start there. I know a lot of people that have started with black because that was like the dominating, variation or whatever. And then from there, they seen that there was other colors, and they would add the next most popular color and then the next most popular color, and then just keep building it out that way. That's how I would do it. The other thing that you can do is if you are, going after a market, in particular, and you have access to a Facebook page or a fan page or maybe a group or any of that stuff, you may want to ask people, hey, I'm getting ready to, create this new garlic press. And, what is the best color that I should have this thing made? And you can survey them. You can survey that audience. Or maybe you already have an email list that you started building around this market. You could survey them. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What are your favorite colors? What is the color that you would like to see it in? And people will tell you. And then that would be a good indicator. So that's another way that you can do it, is kind of survey that audience or that market. And that really can give you a lot of insight on that. You can also do other things. What would you like to see in a garlic press? What type of handle? And then you'll get feedback, and then you can make that product better. But again, I'm going off a little bit off course there. But really, we're talking about how to know what product color to launch with. And really, I think it goes back to the data. And you really have to go back to the data. Don't guess. know, right? And you can know by looking at the, other people, the competition that are already selling, and then from there, basing your decision off of that to get started. So hopefully that's been helpful. That's what I would do. And good luck to you as well. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.